প্ৰিয় শিক্ষাৰ্থীসকল, কৃষ্ণকান্ত সন্দিকৈ ৰাজ্যিক মুক্ত বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ বিদ্যায়তনিক দৃশ্য শ্ৰাব্য অনুষ্ঠানটিলৈ আপোনালোকক স্বাগতম জনাইছো। স্বয়ং প্ৰভা DTH চেনেল 20ৰ যোগেদি শিক্ষাৰ্থীসকলৰ অধ্যয়ন কাৰ্য অধিক মনোগ্ৰাহী আৰু ফলপ্ৰসূ হোৱালৈ লক্ষ্য ৰাখি বিভিন্ন বিষয় সামৰি আমাৰ এই বিদ্যায়তনিক অনুষ্ঠানটি সজোৱা হৈছে। আহকচোন প্ৰিয় দৰ্শকসকল, আমাৰ আজিৰ খণ্ডটিৰ মাজলৈ আগবাঢ়ো।
Dear learners, welcome you all to this video which is based on your MA first semester first course Unit-12, that is Swami Vivekananda and his educational thoughts. If we look at the learning objective of the unit, after watching the video, you will be able to depict the life sketch of Swami Vivekananda, describe the life and philosophy of Swami Vivekananda, explain Vivekananda's educational thoughts. If we look at the life sketch of Swami Vivekananda, then we have seen Swami Vivekananda is a great philosopher, a reformer, and he dedicated his whole life for the upliftment of humanity. In fact, he was a great teacher as well as practical saint of modern India. He was born in Bengali Karster family on Monday, 12 January 1863 in Calcutta. His real name was Narendranath Datta. His father, Biswanath Datta, was a famous lawyer in Calcutta High Court. His mother name was Bhubaneswari Devi. Vivekananda inherited a religious temperament and farsighted intelligence from his parents. He was deeply interested in the study of philosophy and religion. He studied history, literature, and philosophy since a very early age. Herbert Spencer and J.S. Mill were his favorite philosopher, and Wordsworth was his favorite poet. If we see his ideology, actually Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa inspired him to lead the life of a monk and spread the light of Indian philosophy throughout the world. When Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa died in the year 1876, Swami Vivekananda established Ramakrishna Mission to carry on further the unfinished religious assignment of his Guru Father. He set out for the Himalayas in 1890 and stayed there for 2 years. In 1892, he reached Kanyakumari and visited the sacred shrine of the goddess, and he jumped into the sea and reached a rock. He started meditation there. He then went to Chennai when people were very much impressed by his personality. They collected funds to send him to America to participate in the Biswa Dharma Sammilan in September 1893. He introduced to the world Indian religion, culture, and philosophy to the world. As a consequence, the unknown monk of India suddenly gained international attention at the Parliament of Religions held in Chicago in 1893, and as a philosopher, he proved that the ancient philosophy of Vedanta could successfully meet the challenges of today and solve the modern problems very effectively. He was actually the person who synthesized the idealistic philosophy of the West and creative Vedantic philosophy of Hindu religion. He preached universal brotherhood and interpreted humanism in his idealistic manner. He died on July 4, 1902 at the young age of 39 years. If we see the Vivekananda's philosophy, then Vivekananda's actually describe God as a supreme power, and God is of infinite existence, infinite knowledge, and infinite bliss. He is present in man. Vivekananda has a firm faith on different world religions. He thinks that every religion is progressive and has many good points. He advocates that no religion is inferior or superior to another. The goal of all religion is reaching God through spiritualism and brotherhood. The most important or the significant contribution of Swami Vivekananda to the modern world is his interpretation of religion as a universal experience of transcendent reality common to all humanity. The main essence of his philosophy of life to become fearless through struggle and serve humanity with peace. He wanted to develop the individuals who are without fear from enemies, face all the challenges boldly and confidently without any suppression. He firmly believed in the equality of mankind and pressed extensively to remove biases and exploitation based on caste, creed, religion, race, and gender. So, if we look at the famous quotations regarding fearlessness, as Swamiji rightly pointed out, that all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Never think yourself weak. So, if we look at the Vivekananda's educational thought, then we have seen Vivekananda has been ranked among the greatest educationists of the world. His philosophy of education is based on permanent truth of Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, and Vedanta. To him, education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man. No knowledge comes from the outside. It resides within the human mind. Man manifests knowledge and discovers it within himself, which already exists there through eternity. Regarding the educational thought, according to him, education is not the mass of knowledge or information inserted into the minds of children by force. Real education is that which prepares a man for struggle of existence. It prepares a man for social service, develops his character, and finally imbues him with the spirit and courage of a lion. He emphasizes on spiritual development of child along with material advancement. Education is that process which prepares a man for struggle of existence by making himself reliant and by developing his character and intelligence. It is, in fact, according to him, education is a lifelong process. He believed that real education is that which enables one to stand on one's feet. According to him, we have hold on the spiritual and secular education of the nation. We must dream it, talk it, think it, and must walk it out. Actually, we can, if we discuss Vivekananda's educational philosophy, then we can discuss Vivekananda's educational philosophy mainly into the 6 dimensions, how his philosophy influenced the aims of education, the curriculum, the method of teaching, disciplines, the place of the teachers or the role of a teacher, place of a women in the Indian education system particularly. Let us discuss one by one in a very brief way, because regarding aim of education, Swamiji has summed up the aims of education into 2 words, basically the man making. According to him, the ultimate aim of all education and training is man making. Education should create self-confidence and self-realization based on a balanced human relationship. Swamiji remarks that aim of education is producing men of iron muscles and steel nerves to promote national development and produce fearless and physically well-developed citizens of tomorrow. In his words, power is life and weakness is death. Stressing the need for mental development of the child, he wants the kind of education which enables the child to stand on its own feet. The ideal of all education and training should be designed in such a way that it should develop the moral, character, and personality development of the individual. Besides, development of spirituality, serving of mankind, promotion of universal brotherhood, material, technological, and scientific progresses are some of the essential recommendations of the Swamiji to prepare the child for survival in this world. So, regarding curriculum, in order to achieve the aims of education which was advocated by the Swamiji, curriculum included those subjects through which the material progress along with spiritual development can be brought. According to him, a curriculum should have basically 3 parts. For spiritual perfection, Swamiji described religion, philosophy, Puranik, Upanishad. For material advancement and prosperity, Swamiji recommended language, geography, science, political science, economics, psychology, art, agriculture and technical subject. And for physical development, he advised games, sports and other physical exercise. Along with Sanskrit and other Indian vernacular, he also recommended the teaching of English language and literature, the study of humanities with special reference to Indian culture, science, geography, social science, economics, psychology, arts, agriculture, industrial and technical, physical education were also emphasized by him. In terms of method of teaching, he actually prescribed the same ancient methods of instruction which were in practice in Gurukula like yoga, meditation, self-learning, etc. In that system, Guru and his disciples lived in close association like the members of a family. Basically, he recommended the practice of yoga for controlling the mind and emotions, deep meditation for the development of mind. Brahmacharya is necessary for the power of concentration. He emphasized one self-learning where Guru will walk as guide and helpers only. Activities for developing creative potentials. Lecture and discussion method for elaborating essential facts. Guidance and counseling by the teachers is essential and very helpful to remove doubts of the child. Behavioral sense through a fine model presented by teacher and individual guidance of students by the teachers. Regarding discipline, Swamiji emphasized child-centered education in which child is given full freedom for activity and self-learning. Child should be given full opportunity to develop in a natural environment. If we look at the place of a teacher, then the Vivekananda actually emphasized the fact that education should be child-centered, and he states that the true teacher is who can immediately come down to the level of the students and transfer his soul to the student's soul and see through and understand through his mind. So the main function of the teacher is to eliminate obstacles on the way of the self-development of the child and help him in making the potential actual. The main duty of a teacher is to provide a suitable environment for all-round development of the child. Again, if we see the place of women in his educational thought, then it seems that he was emphatic that women must be educated. For he believed that it is the women who mold the next generation, and hence the destiny of the country is highly dependent on women's education. According to Vivekananda, there is no chance for welfare in the world unless the condition of women is improved. So, see you in the next part of this unit. Thank you. Dear learners, welcome you all to this second video of the unit. In the first video of the unit, you have already learned Swamiji educational thoughts and his influence upon the educational system in terms of aims of education, curriculum, methods of teaching, discipline, role or place of teachers and women education as a whole. In the second video of the same unit, you are going to know the contribution of Vivekananda's philosophy to the present education system. Swamiji Vivekananda strives for the recognition of human contrast and conflict and the establishment of the brotherhood of men. To the world, he held out the vision of the universal religion, which would recognize divinity in every man and woman and which would help humanity to realize its own true divine nature. He stood impartially between East and West, praising the virtues and condemning the defects of both together. Making an objective assessment of Swami Vivekananda's contributions to the world culture, the eminent British historian A.L. Basham stated that in centuries to come, he will be remembered as one of the main molders of the modern world. Some of the main contributions that Swamiji made to the modern world regarding the base of modern education system, Vivekananda actually felt that modern education all over the world has so far concentrated on the learning to do aspect and not on the learning to be of education. He says that education must focus on the requirements of the human mind. He wanted to teach the common masses of India the ideal of synthesis, tolerance, and universal harmony. His philosophy gives equal importance to the claims of spirit and the matter. To him, diversity is a real as unity. He is a great champion of free and compulsory mass education. He stresses the ideas that education should be universal and it must be provided to the cottages because India lives in them. Because India lives in them. He remarks that neglecting mass education is a great national sin and is one of the causes of our downfall. Vivekananda is in favor of a national system of education based on the needs and requirements of the country. A national system of education should include the study of India's philosophy, culture, arts, religion, history, and language. Swamiji laid emphasis on the practice of yoga in education. According to him, all knowledge is in the human mind and the same can be experienced by practicing concentration and meditation. Regarding the transmission of knowledge, according to Swami Vivekananda, all teaching implies giving and taking. The teacher gives and the student receives. Teachers should motivate the students to acquire knowledge and develop in them scientific temper, secular outlook, and civic responsibility. Vivekananda actually anticipated many modern thinkers in suggesting that learning through activity should be the guiding principles of any scheme of education. He wanted every activity in Indian school and colleges, inter-school and inter-collegiate competition are also required in order to enable students learn how to sacrifice personal and selfish interests for the sake of the larger interests of a society. The ideal of womanhood in India, he suggested that women should be made ambitious through a good system of education. He made a strong appeal for raising the status of women along with that of men. He felt that it was much against the ancient ideal of India that women were not given enough opportunities for self-development. Emphasis on Western science and technology, he emphasized the teaching of modern science and technology for prosperity and progress and to meet all the basic necessities of life. The greatest contribution of Swamiji in the educational social sphere is the establishment of Ramakrishna Mission in 1889. The mission has opened many centers all over India in order to preach the teaching of Ramakrishna and render social services for the welfare of our nation. The mission has its own hospitals, charitable dispensaries, maternity clinics and mobile dispensaries. Orphans and homes for elderly are included in the mission's field of activity along with rural and tribal welfare work. The mission has established many renowned educational institutions in India, having its own university, colleges, vocational training centers, high school and primary schools, teachers training institutions, as well as schools for the visually handicapped. So, from both the videos, we have learned that Swami Vivekananda's ideas are a great heritage of India and it can be very useful for our society and the nation as a whole. He was actually the greatest synthesizer of every time. He wanted to remove the evils of the society by giving reorientation to politics, sociology, economics and education. Swamiji laid stress on education as a powerful weapon for bringing civilization into society. As an educationist, he believed in absolute values which could be realized by a good system of education only. According to him, education should be the preparation for life. It should develop a feeling of nationalism and international understanding. It should lead to the development of character and make individual self-development. So, thank you.
ইমান সময় আমি স্বয়ং প্ৰভা DTH চেনেল 20 যোগে সম্প্ৰচাৰিত কৃষ্ণকান্ত সন্দিকৈ ৰাজ্যিক মুক্ত বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ বিদ্যায়তনিক অনুষ্ঠানটিৰ আজিৰ খণ্ডটি উপভোগ কৰিলো। এই বিদ্যায়তনিক অনুষ্ঠানটিৰ জৰিয়তে শিক্ষাৰ্থীসকল নিশ্চয়কৈ ভালেখিনি উপকৃত হৈছে। পুনৰ আন এটি বিষয় লৈ আমি আপোনালোকৰ মাজলৈ আহিম। নমস্কাৰ।